So you can probably tell by the title that this isn't going to be a competitive game, but every now and then I like to show a game or a deck that's just a little different. So my opponent is running, yes, that's right, Heatmor. The same Heatmor that, now if you pulled a Heatmor in the last, in Plasma Storm pre-release, you pretty much dominated with it. But other than that, I'm afraid it just isn't that good. However, we're going to see a very interesting game here. He does take a few prizes. So, he starts out with his Heatmor. I start off with a double Dynamo and a Sky Arrow, so I'm feeling pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and use that Ultra Ball to toss out an Eel and a Fire to get an Emolga. Go ahead and get that Emolga out. Attach the Fire Energy to that Emolga. And I'm tempted to use the Skyla for the Super Rod, honestly, just to get stuff back. And then I can use my Juniper next turn. Let's see if I'm thinking the same thing in when I'm in the match, or if I have something else in mind. Yep, I'm going to go ahead and get that Super Rod, get that Fire and that Eel back into the deck. I only run, I think, 4, maybe 5 Fire Energy, so I definitely want to make sure that I'm utilizing, or, well, since I've already had to burn 2, want to make sure that I can get into the others easily enough for that Rayquaza. So I'm going to use Call for Family, get another Dynamo on the bench, as well as a Rayquaza. So he uses whatever its first attack is, which basically brings a Pokemon up from my bench and then burns it. So flip on the burn, and perfect. I draw into a Lightning, going to be able to throw that in, and we'll soon be able to Dynamotor. Unfortunately, I didn't hit any other energy. So, we're gonna Ultra Ball the Super Rod and the Catcher, or did I throw something else out? For an Eel. Go ahead and evolve, and I actually realize I don't want to evolve that Eel. Right now I've got, I didn't have all the Paralysis Dynamo that I needed when I built this deck. I do need to go back and edit it. I have them now. So I wasn't able to, I want to make sure that I have that Paralysis Dynamo just in case I actually need it. So we're going to Dynamotor one onto that Rayquaza. We're going to retreat to get out of the burn condition, and no point in really using Call for Family since my bench is full. So we'll just let it go. Luring Flame, that's what its attack is. Now, he still needs 3 energy to get the Fiery Licks off. So he brings up the other Rayquaza and burns that. I'm going to go ahead and end, and we'll level ball for another Eel. Not really getting pulling the Lightning energy I'd like to in order to get it in the discard pile, but that's alright. I'm going to be able to do a little bit of damage, so I'm going to switch back to that Emolga. I just really want to get that burn condition off. Going to attach the Fire to the Rayquaza that already has the Lightning attached, and then free retreat back. And I'm only going to be able to do 60, but right now I'm thinking that this is quad Heatmor. So it doesn't matter that I'm not taking a knockout right now. If I can just get a little bit of damage on it, I'll be alright. And I'm going to knock him out next turn, so turns out he doesn't play just all Fire Energy and 4 Heatmor. So there's a Skyla. Probably going to go for an Ultra Ball or a Level Ball. I don't know why I said Ultra Ball. Level Ball will be perfectly fine in searching out this Heatmor. So there's another Heatmor on the bench, and is he gonna get off? Oh, and he's got the Ether Engine, so very nice. He's gonna use that Ether to attach to the active Heatmor, and he's doing Fiery Licks to hit me for 200. Ouch. So that's not good. But I'm really not too worried. The Ether Dex is great, but assuming he runs Pokedex, but he really doesn't have the energy. It really isn't a great energy accelerator. So I'm not terribly worried right now, and he just doesn't have enough HP to be able to keep up. Right now, I'm having a really slow start, which I think is the only thing that's kind of keeping him in this match. But it's still a fun game to kind of show off a quad Heatmor deck in the current format. So I'm going to retreat that Emolga after Dynamotoring to the Rayquaza, and we are going to finally knock it out with Dragon Burst or whatever the attack's called. So I take my one prize card, and it's a Lightning. So Ether again, but fails it and hits a Victini instead, which is interesting. So he does run a Pokemon other than what's its name? Heatmor. So he uses the luring flame or whatever it is to bring up my eel and burn it. So I need to get the switch. Right now I'm going to attach and Dynamotor, and if I hit the switch off of this Colress, the game is mine. So let's see if I get it. After we have, there we go. And I'm Colressing for 5, so I've got a decent chance. I think I've only used one switch, so I'll have 3 left in the deck. But I don't hit it, nor do I hit like a Skyla or something, or computer search to get into it. So he still has a chance, and I'm just forced to pass. So he puts down a Victini to make the game go on a little bit longer, and just, prevent him from getting a knockout. And he decides to just hopefully stall for a little bit, and he's going to put the Victini in the active position and hopefully just let me sit up there and continue to stay burned, and just uses its first attack to attach energy to the bench. So definitely not a bad play. My eel stuck up there, and I still got a little bit of work to get it into to find that switch. So I'm going to attach to the active just in case this Colress of 6 does not hit the switch for me. However, if it does hit the switch for me, I'm golden. And he is still safe. So very, very lucky. And I have no choice but to just pass. So had I had the switch, I would have been able to take out that Victini, and yeah, that would have put me a nice couple prizes. Victini only has, I think, 110 HP, so not much. He attaches for the turn, and that's all he's able to do. So, still not drawing into anything. I'm going to go ahead and attach the fire to the eel, just in case I have to use it. And I'm probably just going to Colress here again, just to see if I can get into the switch. And nope, so I'm gonna be forced to use that or discard both of those energy. But that's fine. I got the catcher, which is almost more important, because that way he can't stall me with Heatmor again by bringing up another eel. And I can just Dynamotor that energy right back off, or right back on, and put it on the little Rayquaza. And that's, yeah, pretty much all I can do. I'm going to Dragon Burst and discard those Lightning, and take the knockout on the other Heatmor. I'm not quite sure what Victini's second attack does. I know it had talk about being having a donking ability, but that's about it. And hey, one of my prizes is a switch. So awesome there. Attaches a third energy for the turn. And I believe that is the game. So I'm going to switch back to the Emolga. We're going to double Dynamotor to put a couple of lightning energy, and there we go. Yeah, so he goes ahead and concedes just because he knew that was going to be the end of the game. And but I still hope everyone enjoyed watching something a little bit different. Thought it was kind of fun, and stay tuned for more battle videos.